like to start out explaining why order matters in the form of a story. It was very important to me today for this segment that I present to you in a clean shirt. The goal was a clean shirt. In order for that to happen, however, this is what I had to do yesterday. Yesterday, if you can picture it, I had a big pile of dirty clothes. I took those clothes and I put them in the washing machine, and then I put them in the dryer. And then I took the shirt out and I ironed it. And I hung it up. And then I put this one on for you. And on the surface, it would appear that the goal was accomplished. And I believe that we can both agree then that if the goal was a clean shirt, then I achieved it. The thing though is yesterday, this is what else I could have done. I could have taken this shirt out of the pile of dirty clothes and hung it up. And then ironed it. And then put it in the dryer. And then put it in the washing machine. And right before the taping of this segment, I could have put it on for you. Now, I think we can both agree you'd be laughing and confused at me right now in terms of why is this guy wearing a very wet, wrinkled shirt? Does he not know how that looks? You should also be aware that I'm thinking the whole time that the goal was accomplished. The goal, you see, was a clean shirt. The goal was not to look presentable or professional, as one might argue. So what do I have for you to consider today in terms of ask better questions? Part of our challenge as individuals, as parents, as leaders, as volunteers, is we get wrapped up in the confusion of what the goal is and how do we go about achieving it. It is entirely possible that the group set, or you as an individual set, very important goals. Where we may have run into trouble is we did not pay as much attention to and take as seriously the order with which we accomplished it. So I offer you a couple tips and questions that you should ask yourself as you're setting these goals. 1, have you let your why determine your how? In other words, why was it important to me that I am wearing a clean shirt? If my why was because I knew I'd be in front of camera, or I knew I would be in front of the crowd, or I knew that I would be presenting in a professional setting, then how I go about accomplishing this goal absolutely matters. The other thing that you should consider and questions you should ask yourself is, has the goal been clearly articulated either to myself or to those that I'm on the team with? And also, have you made sure that people are able to repeat back what the goal is? Something interesting happens when you have people repeat back as part of the process what the goal actually is. You will find in their answer where some form of confusion or more clarity is actually needed. I'll give you another story just to highlight the point. My wife and I have a son who's under the age of 10, and he gets chores just like I hope most kids do. When it's his turn to clean the bathroom, there's something important I need you to see. This bathroom only has 3 parts: a sink, a floor, and a toilet. If my goal is to have a clean bathroom and I articulate to my son, it's your turn to clean the bathroom, and I send him off into the bathroom, then there's something interesting that happened one time, because certain things only need to happen one time, that they never happen again. One time I went in the bathroom and I noticed my son was buffing the sink handles with a rag. I also looked around the bathroom and the bathroom looked spotless, and on the surface I was proud of him and he was proud of his work, and maybe some of you caught it right away. I also noticed that the floor was clean and the toilet was clean, and he was cleaning the kitchen sink or the toilet or the bathroom sink handles. There's something wrong with the order in which he decided to clean the bathroom. I did not emphasize that order matters. He had not considered that order mattered. All he thought about was clean the bathroom. Now, in this story, we're telling you the bathroom had to be redone and I was left to do it. That is not entirely his fault. When we set a goal, personally, professionally, as part of a team, as part of an organization, it is equally important that we agree on the order with which we go to address it. There's something, though, I want to end this segment with that keeps our sanity and helps us to not lose our minds along the way. There will always be people that judge the order in which you accomplish a goal. If you have a pile of stuff at work that needs to get done, as long as you are clear and understand the priority of order that these need to get done, just accept that there will be people around you wondering why you chose to do it that way. If there are decisions you need to make, personally or professionally, whether it has to do with when to go to school, when to apply for a new job, when to address a certain thing in a relationship, be clear with yourself what the goal is and be equally as intentional on the order with which you go to accomplish it. There will always be people who question it, and that's okay. I have no magic words to help solve that. So that's what I wanted to offer you today in terms of Ask Better Questions with Alonzo Kelly. Remember to keep in mind, order matters. Let your why drive your how. Be sure to articulate the goal, and as often as you can, get people to repeat it back so that you can understand where, if at all, clarity is necessary. I look forward to seeing you again. Find full episodes of Ask Better Questions with Alonzo Kelly online at WHBY.com. I invite you to find me on Twitter at KLGLLC and on Facebook, Kelly Leadership Group LLC. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you again soon.